Alejandro Fonseca. I'm going to present you the last presentation of Palejo's project. Uh, so, first, I want to explain about Palejo's project. Palejo's project is meant to create a system of cleaning the waters from here, from Bogota, the dark waters actually, to let them be cleaned in a point that it can be reused the 70% of it, and the 30% left of the water is going to be leave them to the pipes of the city, but in a clean way. With this idea, we pretend to clean the city in a like 10 years from now, and create a relationship within the state and also the customers to create a new type of consciousness about the environment. So first, I'm going to talk about the customer. What is the customer need, the customer segment description, and the customer journey map. First, what's the need of our customer? First of all, the customer is actually anyone that have the money or the capacity to buy an middle upper class apartment or residence. Uh, why is that? Well, they wanted to buy an apartment in a very well located zone, and also very secure, and that the sanitary conditions are very important for them. These people could be investing in the properties, or actually buying a new property for their family, or they have a new family, like newborn family, and they want to settle down together. So in our alternative, we want to create the customer like a new type of tendency of what's happening in the world. So in our customer segment description, we're talking about 28 from 28 years old and onwards, people that are searching new apartments for establishing their family or investing for long terms. And they're looking for a new apartment to settle down, or for the financial assets. They don't like the pollution in the city. But they also don't do anything to change that. Uh, as well, they don't trust or think that the Bogota's river can be clean, or that the pollution is something natural from in the city. And also, they care about the environment because of the tendency of the world, like the global warming, the pollution in the air, and how that can affect their childs or the next generations. So in this point, I created a customer journey from some interviews with people, and also with the focus group. We can see that the starting phase is the searching of the property. We have the customer and the client. Our client could be the building companies, or construction companies, but the customer is the relevant point. Why? Although they don't think about how to prevent the water pollution, they are like the main term, the main path to clean the waters. First of all, they're going to search about properties. The properties, they have real high expectations about that. They're very happy when they're searching about these new properties. And then they think, what's my budget of the property? Then they go to looking the new projects and the new technologies in the projects. So they go to the buildings companies and look the projects, what's the components of the project. In that point, they're going to think about what are the main things they want to is more relevant for buying the apartment. Then they go to the acquiring the property. Perhaps in their feelings they're not very quite well, because well, it's a lot of money. Buying a new property is a lot of money, but they know that's something that is going to give back revenues in the future or well-being to their families. And the last point, that well, it depends about how the actual customer feels, is about the talking experience. Perhaps, well, if the project was very good, everything goes well. The time they give to the client, to the customer, the property was shorter, so they're going to talk well about the projects. But if, well, something goes bad, there's some issues that could affect the perspective of the client. Well, then, uh, with this hypothesis of searching the new type of apartments, and perhaps that have the environmental issues that could help um, the environment of the world, we create some types of prototypes. Sorry. Well, we started with a prototype comparing two type uh, of buildings, like two type of properties. The one that have the well, one that doesn't have the Palejo's project system of cleaning waters, and the other that have it. The thing and the issue is that when we did this prototype, they didn't want to compare something. They just want, like, the client, the customer don't want it to compare between the buildings. If, well, ones have the system and the other don't have it, they will compare the prices. So the price was very relevant for a client. And this point, so we started. We focus in our only project. Don't compare with other projects. In that point, so we create our, like, the next attempt. That was, well, we have our project, and we thought that creating a new, like, the cleaning system could be outside the building, could be like an aesthetic thing in the city. Not all the clients liked it. Well, when we did the interviews, but it was, they all think that was great. The environmental aid that we could do was very great. In that point, so we start thinking that, well, the price will need to be included in the project. We need to talk with the buildings companies. And so we talk with Nelson, that is a patent, well, investigation teacher, and he told us that we need to patent our idea, or create a new patent, because if we go to the builders companies and give this the idea, they will perhaps kick off our business of the market. In that point, so we thought that perhaps not doing just a prototype. Well, this is a Palejo system, but we could create an actual construction company. If we create our construction company, we can start making the arrangements with the patents in the point that when we get the patent, we in the future we can create a new type of market with others construction companies and the state. So our last result was, well, we created a brochure uh, showing, like, our company creating this new type of, with our technology, how to clean to clean water, including in the buildings projects. It goes very well with the actual focus group. They told us that, yeah, they would buy a new apartment that is in the price of the current market, but with this type of technology, they think that it could help them not only in their well-being but in their financial assets. So in our last part, our marketing and commercial strategy, we're going to create an actual construction company. We're going to start doing small projects that have integrated the Palejo system. And meanwhile, we are going to generate all the papers and fight for the patent of the Palejo system. So in the future, our invention would can generate a new market with the actually the other companies of construction and the state selling this product. Palejo system. Uh, and in that point we can start promoting the environmental aids, like how can we care about the waters, and how the people, the actual customers that buy an property, and they can never, they don't know how the project works, but perhaps they're going to feel very good because they're helping the environment. So that's the project. Thank you very much about your your attention.